This is the Sunday Business Page with John Delano.
Good morning, I'm John Delano. Welcome to this special home edition of the Sunday Business Page. Our special guest today is Matthew Stevenson, CEO of Snagajob. Matthew, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So what exactly is Snagajob?
Snagajob's the largest site or online platform for hourly work. So each year we help about 50 million hourly workers in the US find the right fit opportunities.
And this time of year, of course, going through this pandemic, we know that millions of our fellow citizens have been laid off from work. But that also doesn't mean that there aren't jobs out there for them to look for. Tell us about the kinds of jobs that are available, particularly in the Pittsburgh area.
Yeah, that's right. So, Pittsburgh overall, as you mentioned, jobs are down roughly 44%. And those are primarily in really hard hit industries like restaurant and hospitality. But there are significant jobs and job growth in a couple of key sectors. So particularly grocery, healthcare, as well as logistics and warehousing. So think of the Amazon warehouses of the world.
And are these jobs easy for people to get?
Yeah, one of the misconceptions that I think a lot of people have, particularly who might have been, a lifelong restaurant or hospitality worker, is that their skill set isn't applicable. And the reality is, what I hear time and time again from the employers that are hiring today is they care much more about the person and the individual than they do that person's job history or what industry they've worked in.
Are many people applying for these kinds of jobs? I know I might feel a little reluctant to be out and about when we're told that we should be staying inside.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So unlike any other recession, job searches right now on Google are actually down 50%. And so that actually, and I think that's a function of, to your point, people are concerned about their safety. I think in conversations, I had one with a bartender the other night. He had told me he had been furloughed and had thought it would be 2-3 weeks. It's much more likely to be 8 or 12 weeks. And then unemployment benefits have fortunately been enhanced.
So all of that suggests that companies that need people are having a harder time finding them?
Yeah, just in Pittsburgh alone, there are more than 16,000 jobs available today and 3,300 that are urgently hiring, meaning they have acute hiring needs and need people today.
That's 3,300 people?
3,300 jobs available in Pittsburgh where people are urgently hiring. There are more than 16,000 total jobs available in Pittsburgh.
Can you give us some idea of what the 3,300 jobs that urgently need to be filled right now here in Pittsburgh might be?
Sure. So those range, again, from sort of grocery to warehousing to healthcare. So a grocery might be an Aldi. There are some restaurants such as Domino's that have significant delivery that are also hiring people, and then warehousing like an Amazon.
Oh, what about FedEx and UPS and even the
That's right.
Postal Service? I heard that even the Postal Service might be needing workers.
That's right. So anyone that's involved in delivery. So if you think about, the warehouses for Amazon, but then Amazon has its delivery operations, FedEx and UPS and the Postal Service are all in significant need of workers.
And then finally, Matthew, in terms of qualifications, are standards maybe reduced a little bit? I mean, is there a desire to get people in quickly? And so this might be a great time to apply?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, again, the most important for the overwhelming majority of employers is the person, meaning, are you a hard worker? Are you dependable? Do you work well in teams? And if that's you, people want to hire you, right? You are incredibly marketable.
And to find these jobs, Matthew, snagajob.com, Pittsburgh?
You can go to snagajob.com or snagajob.com/urgently hiring, which has actually some specific companies that are hiring as well as benefits that you may be eligible for if you've been impacted.
Well, Matthew Stevenson, thank you, sir, very much for joining us. Stay safe, stay at home. I see that's where you are. Thank you.
Yeah, likewise. Thanks, John, for having me.
Thank you.